Is it on?
You're right. My name is Bart and I'm a Pole living in England. My passion, something that I absolutely love doing, is traveling and comedy. But enough about me. Let's explain the video, shall we?
Yeah, she can't walk this way.
I've titled the video From Coast to Coast, and the premise of it is rather simple. I'm based in Manchester, which is basically right in the middle between the two coasts. Now, the plan is to travel from Manchester to a small town called Scarborough, which is on the east coast, and then from there to Liverpool on the west coast. Now you'd think, hang on a second, that sounds quite boring, isn't it? Well, not really. On my way to the coast, I will have to stop at two different locations, which I haven't quite picked yet, but that's fine. I will also have to use two different methods / modes of transport, that being a coach / bus and a train. Now, on top of that, I've also set up a challenge for myself, which is to drink a bottle of beer at each location I stop. Now, the important bit, whilst doing all of that, I'm gonna actually have to time myself to check how much time it takes to get from one coast to another. I feel like this intro is a little bit stretched out, so I'll see you in a few seconds. The train that I'm taking leaves at 5:35 o'clock, which is in a little bit less than an hour, so I should be alright. Okay, so I just made it to the station right now. As you can tell, it's quite dead. There's not much happening at the moment. It's just a few minutes after 5 AM, so obviously it's quite early. But yeah, I will be heading to my first destination of the day. Hi there! So, ladies and gents, we have officially started our journey, which means I have to start my timer. I'm doing that right now. Oh, by the way, we are also heading to our first destination of the day. A small village called Marsden, which is right outside the Peak District, so it should be quite stunning. Also, I'm not sure if you've noticed yet, but the sun is rising and it looks absolutely beautiful, like gorgeous, honestly, man. The plan was to get a bottle of beer from one of the local shops here. However, that is not quite possible. Oh my god, the sun is just absolutely incredible today. I'm gonna go walk this way, actually no, this way. That is not quite possible at the moment, just because it is 6 AM in the morning. So I can't really get any beer. That being said, I have brought something with me. So long story short, yes, I will stick to the idea of drinking a beer at each stop that I make. And oh my god, it is absolutely stunning here. didn't realize that, you know, hiking was involved in that. I mean, really. Now, the first spot that I'm actually heading to today is the local reservoir, and that's basically the spot where I'm gonna attempt drinking my beer in peace. So let's hope that's doable. Good news, absolute cracker. I found the place. I found the bloody place. Alright, okay. Alright, so here's the deal. Before I start drinking anything, let me just show you what time we are on. So right now we've already been on the road for an hour and basically 15 minutes. Which is not that bad. But now, the important bit. I got my beer here. And yeah, let's do it. Ooh, baby. Cheers, lads. Whilst I'm drinking, I can actually tell you what the next place that we are going to is. Well, it's your gonna. It's gotta be. It's gotta be York. Not only because it's on the way, but also just because it's beautiful there, and yeah, oh my god, let's go to York, shall we?
Just let him finish that beer, honestly. Now, let me actually tell you where we are. Batterley Reservoir was built in 1794 to provide fresh water to the local area. There was supposed to be a railway somewhere around, but I just couldn't find any, so we just have to go with whatever we've got, you know.
Done. First one of the day. I honestly don't think I've ever had beer that early in the morning. Bloody 6:30. No, what was it? 7 AM, fair enough, but still. Okay, some of you are probably wondering when my next train is. And it's actually in half an hour, so I really need to hurry up now.
Okay, shut it. There we go.
Also, I have to say, you know, that cow dung, you know, that cow manure is all over the place. Like, you know what I mean? I can smell it all over the place. It's incredible. You can tell that you're out in the countryside. You are probably wondering if, you know, I've got any other videos planned, and you know what my plan is basically on YouTube. And it's a fair question, to be fair, because obviously it's my first video and I don't know whether or not you actually like it. But I do have quite a few videos planned. I do hope that I can carry on and that, you know, I can get better as we go. I've been inspired by quite a few YouTubers. Bold and Bankrupt, for instance. What a lad, absolute legend. What he does in the former Soviet Union states is legendary, honestly. Great videos, great content, and yeah, if I could do something similar, not in the former Soviet Union, just because I don't think like that's something that, you know, I would be particularly good at, but definitely at traveling, doing things. Jesus. Yeah, it's after 7. People are waking up, going to work. that is something that I'm interested in, travel and comedy. So hopefully, you know, I can do something regarding that, and hopefully you like it, you know, because this is why I'm doing that. This is something that I want to show people. I want to sort of showcase to people, and hopefully you enjoy it. You enjoy the content. Yeah. I'm in a little bit of a dilemma, you know, in a pickle, if you like. Just because I got to the station, right? But the thing is, I'm not entirely sure which platform I have to go to, you know, to get on the train going to York. The thing is, right, that these, I don't know if you can see because of the bloody sun, but this display here, and all of them actually, are not working. Like none of them. And yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to guess, to be fair, because honestly, mate, I have no clue which one it is. Interesting, because that'd be funny. Can you imagine? I'm standing right here, and then the train will just arrive over there. You know, I would literally have to just jump. Just book it and go for it. Guys, I made it. I also forgot to mention I have to change trains in Huddersfield.
Next station for this service.
The good news is we made it to Huddersfield. The bad news is I've got around 5 minutes to find platform A, otherwise I'll be late. Where is it? It's platform A? Oh yeah, it's this one. Maybe. We made it to York. Now, the plan is quite simple, to be fair. The idea is to go to the Shambles, film a little bit over there, and then obviously after that I need to find a local park and drink some beer over there. I've actually been to York before, and it needs to be said, it's probably one of the most beautiful little towns that I've ever been to. I mean, it is incredible. I mean, look at that. This street alone is probably one of the world's best preserved streets in the world.
The Shambles, also known as the Street of the Butchers, are the oldest street in the world. Some of the buildings date back to the 14th and 15th century. You can only imagine the hustle and bustle of a medieval York.
Let's get in. That was quite a walk. Before I even start drinking anything, how are we with the time? Well,
It's been nearly 4 hours, and if you're wondering why I can't, show you that on my phone, it's just because I'm literally recording that with my phone because my camera battery died. Yeah. Great stuff. Right. I've got 10 minutes before the coach comes. Cheers, ladies and gents. Oh, yes. Okay, next stop. I'm literally running. I have no idea where to go. And I've got 10 minutes. Okay, so I made it back to the station, right? But apparently, there's no tickets left. And obviously now, because of the whole pandemic going on, you haven't got as many tickets as as before this whole thing happened. But either way, I'm still waiting for the bus, and let's hope that I can just get one on the bus. Here it comes. Here it comes. I don't know. It's the power of persuasion that I've got. Whenever I have to be meticulous and diligent, that's what I do. That is what I do. This is who I become. Scarborough, we're coming. We're coming for you, baby. So we've been on that bus for over an hour now, and it's not the most comfortable ride ever. Don't get me wrong, it is a great way to get from York to Scarborough for 12 quid or so, but yeah, it is quite bumpy, it is.
Okay, so after nearly a 2-hour journey, we made it to Scarborough, which, by the way, is the final destination on the east coast. I don't really have to see the water to be able to tell that we are at the seaside, we are right on the coast, on the east coast. You can just taste the air. And it's also really breezy. Oh my lord. This is beautiful.
If I send a picture to one of my friends right now, from Manchester, they would probably think I'm somewhere in Greece, somewhere in Cyprus or something like that. If you don't believe me, look at this. I mean, look at that. This is just beautiful. Cliffs that you've just seen in the last clip, well, this is where we're heading right now. Honestly, that is going to be my next drinking spot. I was not supposed to do this, but I have to. One can only hope I will not end up soaking wet, after this. Wow. Yep. Flipping heck, my trainers are absolutely soaked. Not even joking. But you know what? You always have to look on the bright side, And it shouldn't take that long for it to dry off. If I'm being honest with you, maybe like an hour or so. But you know what?
enough of all those shenanigans, you know. We are here for a reason, you know. We've got something to achieve. So that's where I'm headed right now. You know, hopefully we can find some good and quiet spot where, you know, no one is gonna bother us. Alright, okay. I feel like I found one of the best spots you could possibly imagine. Honestly, mate. The water over there. I've got the cliffs just right here. You know, it's decent. It's honestly really decent. Cheers, ladies and gents. That was a good one. Nice pop. Now, that is a day we shall all remember, you know. I'm soaking up the sun. I'm enjoying my beautiful day at the beautiful seaside. You know, what else do you want? You know, what else? What else do you want from life? Honestly, let's be honest for a second. What else do you want from life, you know? Now, if you ask me, alright, if you had a chance, you know, to move to that place here and leave Manchester behind, would you do it? The quick answer is no. I would not leave Manchester behind, just because I love that place. I love all those people that live there, and you know, the sort of values that they represent. Yeah, I adore them. Honestly, I adore Mancunians because they are great people. They honestly are. That being said, if I could ever get a place, you know, somewhere here, just a small, tiny house, really, you know, or a flat somewhere up on those cliffs, you know, if I could do that, 100%, just like a nice, you know, summer spot, summer retreat, if you like. Whew. Done. Right, so after another half an hour or so of just soaking up the sun and enjoying the weather, it was time for me to say goodbye to this cracking place. Yeah, so let's get cracking, shall we?
And so after 8 hours on the road, I had to board yet another bus, to Leeds this time, where I would take my final train to Liverpool.
Next stop, West Heslington.
Now, I'm only stopping there for 5-10 minutes, hence the lack of drinking / you know, other activities.
After another bumpy ride, I got to Leeds, where after a short walk I found the train station, got on the train, where, needless to say, I slept through most of the journey, and finally
I've made it to our final destination. I've made it to the West Coast. I've made it to Liverpool. But we all know that's not the end, right? There's still a few things that, you know, need to be accomplished before I can sign off.
Before I officially sign off, let me tell you how much time it's actually taken us to get from one coast to another. Well, when I stopped the timer, it was showing whopping 15 hours. And yes, we did make some stops on the way, But it only shows us, if you really want to do it, it is possible.
First things first. Cheers. Just to recap really quickly, we went to a small village outside the Peak District. After that, we went to York, Scarborough, and then after that, we went all the way to Liverpool, which is on the west coast. Like, can you imagine? Can you actually imagine what we've done? Like, what we did today? We've done over 150 miles. It's a staggering number. Honestly, it is a staggering number. So if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the heck out of it, so you know people can see that, and yeah, I hope you did enjoy it, just like I enjoyed making it.